So, why don't you tell us your name and your details and tell us your story?
Gwen Smith, and I live in High Street, Rochester with my son. I'm 89 years old. I've spent a lot of time on my own. Lol's away a good bit. Not so much now as he was. He was doing interstate driving for 40 years, 30 years. So I'm used to being on my own. But this time it was different, possibly because we were in the early floods, the 2011 floods, and I handled that a lot better. Of course, 10 years older, I suppose, too. But it was different. The whole scenario of the flood was different. The first flood came down because of the release of the epilogue. And it just went straight. I was in bed and I got a phone call from my sister-in-law saying, "Gwen, are you all right? Rochester's flooded." I said, "No, we're not flooded, we're fine." She said, "Oh, thank heaven for that, blah, blah, blah." Anyway, I swung my feet around and I put my feet in water. And of course I screamed for Lyle because he sleeps upstairs. "Oh, Lyle, get down there." And he's, "What the hell's wrong with you? Come on." And he got to the bottom 4 steps and he just, oh, what's happening here? And of course it was mad and you couldn't save anything and the water was rising so quickly, all you could do was get out more or less. And it was whole atmosphere, it was fast, furious, get out, it's coming, the trucks, the fire trucks and people in boats and to get out sort of thing. But this one we had 2 days. They gave because it was more of a natural thing, they gave us 2 days notice. So this time we had time to pack up. But then it sort of built up to a frenzy again because so many people want to help. And this is wonderful, this brings communities together. But then you can't be saying, "Oh, I want that there, I want this here," you know. So the 2 rooms upstairs, we were just saying, just put it upstairs. No, I need that. No, put that upstairs. No, I need this. And in the end, I didn't know what went upstairs, what I needed, who was putting what where. I went up to all but the last 4 stairs and couldn't get in upstairs because with all small furnishings and my bedroom suite and mattresses and anything that was flood damageable went upstairs. You just can't get in up there now. And we were looking for I was looking for a bank card because I've got a credit card that I don't use, but most places now want a credit card if you're staying anywhere or going anywhere. And I said, "Oh, can you get in?" And he was clamouring over the top trying to get in to get this credit card. I knew the drawer it was in. Anyway, I got the credit card, so that was all right. But it was just, it came through with such a force. Last time, fences weren't affected. This time, I think everybody lost at least a paling. We lost the back fence. My son, who lives a couple of blocks away, lost his whole side fence. It's all solid collarbond fencing. It just buckled over. And if you drive around to Rochester, everyone's fences are down. And it sort of came, even under the stairs, there's a cupboard that I use, and I have a small, just little plastic type chest of drawers. I couldn't trouble to open that door, but even that little cupboard in there was tipped out of side over against the other wall. Everything was like vandals had been in, just thrown, where that didn't happen in the first flood. So it sort of disorientated me a bit. I'm thinking, what's happening? This doesn't look like a flood. It's not right. Everything you were looking for went out to the garden. Every pot plant, heavy pot plants, were way down. The water had carted them. I have a blue stand with a big blue ball on it, quite heavy. And how far did it go down?
Halfway down the yard.
Halfway, and it's a big yard, and the water just carries everything.
So how did you get out?
Well, how did we get out? We
went out before it came.
We went out before it came up because we went to Ben and Sarah's.
Right. Yeah.
They're on the Bay of Biscay. And Lyle said, "You have to go." I was reluctant. I kept hanging back. Oh, I just want to check this. I better have another look at that. Have I got what I need? Your mind's going round, 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 round.
And were anyone helping you, like the SES or the
Not at that
council?
time. We didn't ask for it though.
Right.
But no, Lyle and the grandkids and I managed to get that out. And then we went to Ben and Sarah's. They're on the Bay of Biscay, so we were safe enough there until the Bay of Biscay just went crazy. And Ben's got 100 acres there. There was only 5 acres that didn't get flooded. And so we couldn't stay there either.
Right.
So we had to move again. And then you took us in.
Yeah, which was good.
Yeah,
and we were grateful that Sarah took up the offer and
we were grateful.
And brought you here, and I could meet you, and Jill could meet you, and Lyle and help.
It was a positive in amongst chaos, if you can understand. I was terrified of where we were going to stay, what we were going to do. You don't like art. We had offers, but then you think, oh no, they've got their own families, they've got their own. And when you said we could come here, it just, I can't explain it.
It's okay, I get it. So, what would you expect? Is it the kind of response that you received from the first responders, like this emergency service, and that sounds okay? And did you ever have a message or from the Shire or from councils?
No.
Or did you ever have a welfare check or someone interested in your welfare?
No, I never. So others may have, but I never.
Right. And if you were to go through it again, what would you appreciate being done most for you?
I would have liked to know. I would have liked assurance from welfare, saying that there was somewhere we could go. They were saying it was in the air. There is accommodation. You can get it in the hall, or you can go and get a swag in somewhere. But no one. There was nothing concrete. Just word of mouth. Well, where is it? What is it? No one seemed to know really. Actually, you can get it, but we don't know where you can get it. So
did you feel like vulnerable and alone?
Extremely this time. And when we went down the other day, and all the carpets were ripped up and everything,
and the fire brigade did that.
Yeah, they're the only service we've had, except
volunteers, weren't they?
Yeah, only one except the lass that helped us get to 520. She was really, really nice. She was in the church hall at Rochester. Lovely young lady. And she told us to go to the fire brigade to get the carpets up. So we went round there to get the carpets up. But it's unnerving when you're older. Lyle handled it all right, but then he lived in a truck for 10 years, so he didn't have a home more or less anyway. But it was sort of hopeless. But I like home, I like my plants, I like my garden. And that doesn't mean I'm not susceptible to change. It was just that it was an isolating change, and I felt it more. I felt, well, who do I talk to? Who do I see? Who do we ask questions? Everything you ask, they say, it's online. Every answer is, look it up, it's online. Everything, but I never had online. Yeah. You know, it's all very fine. A lot of elderlies don't go online.
Yeah. So you've had a really good stay here, and of course you're most welcome to stay much longer, but you've decided you're going to go somewhere else, and then you're going to, I read your thank you note, and then you're going to go to the Caravan Park. Because
we can stay there, and I can walk home, and if I can't do garden, it'll be months, but I can fix pot plants, and I'll be long again. I won't be a nomad.
Yeah, and you said that you think it's going to be 5 or 6 months before you'll be able to get your
They say 4 months at least. and then take it from there. You won't get back under 4 months. After that, it'll be week by week. That's the worst of it. It's going to flood this week. It's going to rise this week. It's going to rain this week. And the forecaster is out as anything.
Yeah, and so what assistance would you appreciate now from any sort of organisation that's, let's say government organisations, let's not put it all on charitable organisations like the Echuca Neighbourhood House. They'd be helping you out, and they'd help out many, but you know, you're a ratepayer, you're a municipal citizen of the Shire.
And I worked till I was 75 and paid tax.
Right.
So I've paid tax all my life.
Right, so you'd like to be looked after?
I thought that the Assembly could have done more. All they tell you is to go online. They get to go, what is it? I don't know, something or other line. You've got to go on there. We can't do anything. You've got to go online and do it yourself. This is ridiculous.
All right, well look, I don't want the rest of your cup of tea to go cold. And I've enjoyed just staying here. You're most welcome any time. It's been lovely to meet you and Lyle. And at any point in time you need anything, just give us a call. All right?
Thank you. We do appreciate it, Peter. We really, really do. Just, you know, I couldn't understand, I'm still not thinking why I'm not accepting it like I should be. I still feel isolated and scared, sort of. And Lyle took my hand and he said, November, December, January, February, and the 7th of April, you turn 90. Do you think that's got something to do with it? And I said, well, probably.
Well, you're stunning. You're a stunning person.
Oh.
And most people that were going to watch this, to hear that you're 90 soon, and they'll be all crossing their fingers saying, oh God, I hope I'm in that good shape. Alrighty, well thank you and good luck.
Thank you, and please hear the finishing saying, Lyle and I appreciate everything.
You're more than welcome.